That's what I wanted. Let's see. That's 6. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. I need that for Inkscape. We need a new document here. No, we don't have to save it. I'm done with that one. We're gonna save that one. We're gonna bring this one over. Why always does that? Okay, we're gonna add that. That definitely needs to get a lot bigger. We'll get it right in there. We'll start with that. And then we need to duplicate this. Pull that over. I'm gonna pull that over there for now. I want that one here. And we need to go to fill and stroke. And we need to go to stroke style. This one. And we need to That's it. Here's fix. There we go. And I want to do offset here. Oof, that turned out like crap. Gonna do. Yeah, break that apart. Actually, I don't need to break it apart. I need to be able to. So here, let me pull my YouTube. For some odd reason, OBS just doesn't tell me if there's people or anything. Let's do the live. There we go. I better make sure the volume's off there. I will. Alright, I need path 0. But we need to fill. We need to fill. We need to fill in with black. I want to fill in with black. Radio grid, mesh gradient. No, I don't want to do that one either. Let me see here. Oh, I got an export on there. I don't want to do an offset. I want to create a pattern. So I need that to plate around it, but I don't want it to. Let's do. No, we do not want to do that. I don't know why I did that, but we'll just say no. That's the grid tool. Where is my. That's calligraphy. I want to be able to fill in these spaces. Well, maybe we'll have to do it this way instead. What's up, Vicky? Just working on the horsey. Working on the horsey. Trying to get the background to look right. Alrighty. There. I need to duplicate it. How's your day going? Wrong one, wrong one. Undo. I want this one. And we'll go path. Actually, I'm gonna undo that. I gotta trace bitmap it. Get it all the way up. All right, now we're gonna break it apart. Yeah, like I said, this one's gonna be a little bit difficult because I gave myself a little bit of a challenge. Because we're doing it without like a full art color. Because I want to be able to do. Let's see, break apart. There we go. Go back to layers. But yeah, so basically it'll have. This is the base. Where's my view? It's gonna be all a black. I want that all to stay black. I'm just gonna go down here. We are going to go to path, and we'll combine all of them. We'll go back to our display mode, which will be normal. And I still need to get more of the black. So I want that path to be all black. Break for it. Come on, break for it. I'm curious here. If we. Why is that background not showing up? I want that background to stay the same. I just want you to stay the same, Bobby. Like, those are all fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But it doesn't want to fill. All right. Well, yes. We got. See, this is where sometimes when I get myself into these things, and then we're gonna go to Tinker, CAD, um, because we got to do some stuff. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make it work. I think that's, yeah, that's image 6. I want that as art. We're gonna import that. And this takes just a little bit here. How's your Wednesday? Ooh. We gotta duplicate this. Move. Oh, move that off to the side. There we go. Now we're gonna take this. I gotta change the color here in 1 second. We'll put that as. We're just gonna do black for now. What up, Steph? That looks a ton better. That looks a lot better. That actually has a good background to it. So next thing we're gonna add is we gotta take that part and this part, and we got to we're gonna bundle it. There we go. We're gonna bundle that. We're gonna move it up just a skosh like that. There we go. That looks pretty decent. I want to make it thicker because we need to do 20 millimeters on that box. We need to do 20 mil on that box. And then give me the black. There we go. We gotta move this up. That's what I should see. We need that to be 20. Well, that's gonna be fun to get. Come here. Let's move this over the way. 20 right there. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna kind of just set it there for now. And we're gonna go. And then there we go. Alright. Looks pretty close there. Okay. That looks pretty good. So that'll be. Oh, nope. I see where it. Come on. Line up for me. Be nice. Play nice. Okay. Now we need. That's a pretty good base, but we're gonna actually. We're gonna do a grass texture. Let me see if I can find a grass texture. We'll do. Let me get a grass texture on there. Get a nice grass texture. This takes me a little bit. Yeah, we can make this. We'll make this way. So this time we're actually, instead of doing it on Inkscape, we're gonna do this on Tinkercad. So I use all sorts of different programs, from Shaper 3D to Blender to Inkscape, Tinkercad. It all just depends on
I don't know what I kind of feel like doing that day. I guess we started in Inkscape. I was like, I don't want to dink around trying to get a background, so then I just went, did the to hell with it type thing, and um, decided to come over to Tinkercad because it's a little bit easier. Not really, I guess, in a way, kind of, sort of, ish. All right, we generate that. I'm gonna come on, come on, give me the SVG. There we go. Let's see here. It's gonna be SVG number 4. I want you to generate. I need my SVG, please. Thank you. Glass eyes? Yeah, yeah, that's easy. All we gotta do is just do a negative modifier on it, and then um, do the glass eye part. That grass ain't gonna be good enough for me. It's not gonna be nice. All right, we got just like some basic ass grass. Some basic grass. There's all my grass files. Let's make it simple but not horrible. But yeah, we can definitely do that. Actually, is there a I'm going to overcomplicate this, but that's kind of what I do with every project. Because Vicky's probably like, "Oh no, it'll look great this way," and I'm like, "No, we're gonna do it. I gotta take it 20 steps further because potato tomato." Because I want to get some grass in there. We'll do some grass. We got to get we're gonna do some stuff. Yeah, I just gotta see what all glass eyes I still have. I know I got a few boxes of them. I just don't. We don't do a whole lot of glass eyes, but I will see what kind of. I'll take a gander before Friday and find out which eyes I have. It's hot here. Yeah, right. It got really hot yesterday, and um today it's kind of cooled down a little bit. Tomorrow's supposed to be hot as blazes. Like, I don't understand Iowa. Like, we have half of a year type, or half of a season. That's it. There we go. We're gonna do that, and that is way too big. So we're gonna bring that down to 45. And we're gonna squish it down. We don't need grass, coming up through the horsey here. So we need a nice level base. We're gonna bring him here like that. Okay, so we'll bring it down right there. All right. Yeah, we can definitely do that. 20, 21.
we want to go. We want to keep that at 20. Right there. And I need to we'll knock that down just another. We'll knock it down just a scoosh. Just a scoosh. There we go. And then, we don't want pink. We want it to be green. We need some green grass in there. Hottest Hades here in Texas or in Tennessee. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with Iowa. Like, wow, we've just had some redonkulous heat. It's been just bananas. I wish it wasn't so hot. Like, I would like spring for, a couple days would be nice. Just saying. Where did my brown go? All right. Is that the need that piece and this piece, and we're going to union them together. We're going to union them to one. Brown. That did not come out very good. There we go. All right. So we got that sitting nice. We got that. So this part here, we need to actually, I want to take this piece here and we're going to set her, we're only going to make it 1 millimeter thick. Yeah, that's the same thing. I don't know. I always say Mother Nature is like got some serious issues. Um, she's a little menopausal lately. She's a little menopausal. I don't even think that's a word, but we're gonna say it is. The other thing that I'm actually working on is getting my I Bite keychains done. My wolf I Bite keychains. Maybe work on that a little bit tonight as well. But I thought it'd be kind of funny to do the I Bite keychains. Yeah, I think next week, I think all of our temperatures next week is like in the 50s. It's just it's wild. Absolutely wild. Like I said, sometimes if you were less particular than what I am, these don't take long. Like if you just fly through them, you know. Now I want to redo it. All right, we're gonna ungroup this because I now came up with a different idea.
But yeah, if you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants type thing, I just got a different idea now, so I gotta redo it. I want that there. So we're gonna make an actual. I am like all about sunny and 75. Like I could be 75 degrees all year long. I am about sunny and 75. Ooh, slow down there, Bobby. Yeah, 80s starts, especially when you got humidity involved, then it gets just disgusting. It gets disgusting real quick. And I'm not about that life. That looks pretty damn good. I'll join that part with this part and this part. And we're gonna bundle them all. I don't know, Vic, what do you think there? I have to sleep with a fan. Like I don't know. I cannot sleep warm. Like at all whatsoever, none. I've never been able to do that. Mm. What do you think about that, Miss Vic? Wait a minute. I need my I need my pop. Hold on. Here, upper 80s. Yeah, AC is on wide open and upper 80s. No way. I think it looks really good. And then I'll kind of go along the grass here and put where Vicky's name. I think it would be really cool, like right here. What else? I don't want to over clutter it. Really don't want to over clutter it. I think maybe put put a. Let's see what that does. Let's give that a whirl. Let's give that a whirl around the world. We're gonna take that to STL, and it is smooth biggery dupe. I don't know. I Tinkercad comes up with some wicked weird names. I tell you. Let me pull that into uh, Bamboo Studio. Now let's see if I can, not forget to duplicate her name again. Just saying, because, well, we all know me. I want to paint this, and we're going to paint it. And I don't know why it chose those colors. That's wild. And all we need is, no, I don't want to delete that. We'll do something a little different. We want a green, and then we'll make 4 white. There we go. So that way I just have everything here. And then we're going to go to paint. We're going to see if we can fill these. There we go. There's the black. We got the eye right there. It's a Butte Clark. There's that piece. There's that piece. That piece. Am I missing anything here? Yep, I am. Right there. Can the Clydesdale be black? No, we can do like let's see here. Okay, let's not get funky and go back to where we're supposed to be. We can actually do. It's gonna look weird for just a minute. Hold on. But we can do like a. Well, your Clydesdale is white, or it has like white spots on it. If I remember the picture right. I'm not the smartest or sharpest tool in the shed. Actually, I'm probably one of the dullest. I forgot the eyeball. You know, that's an important key feature of a horse, having an eyeball. And then we'll take the green. But if you want something like that, I don't know why I went to green on that. Let's hit the back button. But we can do like a black Clyde's. We can do the black, and if you want like the outline to be white, or do you want it to be a different color than white? It's up to you, Miss Vicky. And then, of course, like I said, I'll scale it up here in a second, and then We'll go through your name. I'm thinking for Vic, like we need a really nice, uh, curvy font, and really nice curvy font that interconnects everything. But let me know if that looks good, Vic. See, and this is why I kind of like doing these live, because you guys get to see it and you can be like, hey, I don't want a brown horse, I want a black one, you know, type thing, like, thing like that. Woo. I hate when it does that. Like, for some odd reason, there we go. We need to scale that baby up. Why am I a man? That's why it looks like a toddler. There we go. It's like, why does that look so small? It's 159 millimeters. I don't want to uniform scale it. We're going to go 150 by 150. Yeah, script font. Yeah. Let me know what you think, Miss Vic. And then we'll start working on the letters. He said, "This is yours, so Let me know. Humidity. Yeah. I'm an Irish person. Like I am not about that humid life. I can assure you that. I am definitely not about the humid life. There we go. Let's see here. What I got for a really nice script? Okay. So you do want the no problem, Steph. I think it looks really cool. I really do like it with the black and then the white outline, and then we'll do a like we'll kind of do a little bit with the uh Vicky part as well. We'll see if we can we'll do a layer on that as well. So we'll kind of well, we got the eye. I got an idea. Let's see if we can. I'm looking for a nice script one right now. That's too scripty. I don't want something too scripty, but not scripty enough. You know, because that's what makes sense in my head. Okay, that's that looks weird. Nope, nope. Yeah, no, it's coming along really nice. I think it's looking really cool. I'm trying to find the perfect script. Oh, there's a good one. That's a perfect one right there. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna take this box. We're gonna delete it. We're gonna download this because what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go back over to Tinkercad and we're gonna make your nameplate. And I got an idea. May not be a good idea, but it's an idea. Hi, bite. That's I was working on the other one of our keychains that is coming out. And we'll work on that here. If we get time. If we get time. All right, let's bebop over here. We need to import some stuff. And we're going to do vector 7. One of these decades, I'm going to name my files. Probably not. Probably not. All right, now we need to duplicate it. So we have our duplicate. And then we got to, why are we not showing my silhouette? No, no, no. Does this have my silhouette? Why are we not showing my silhouette? I suppose we can do an outer line. There we go. And then we're going to take this line here. That's 10 mil. And we need that to be, so we got 20 mil. So you got 10 mil. And then the top part, we got to change that color. We're just going to do this for now. We're going to do this as a black. And then this color, we're going to change that to white. We might do that. We might make it look like that. All right. And then we need to change this. We're going to do that 2 millimeters. 12. Blessed be thy name, I tell you. So we got that set. Yeah, I was going to say, if I remember right, I was like, your horse has white spots. And I can't remember if it's a girl or a boy. So, yeah, she. So, yeah, she has some white spots. If I remember correctly. So, this might actually look really good. Yeah, I think so too. Um, but we'll see what the let's do it this in an STL. I don't understand what surprising embryo is or whatever the hell they want to call it. All right, surprising Elizing, sure. Okay, so we're actually going to paint this as well again. We're gonna go that to there, and this to Miss Vicky. Let's see, how big do we got to rescale this? How big do we got to scale that up? We need to be. We're gonna go. Oh, I gotta turn on my uniform. Actually, no. I don't want to turn on my uniform scaling. So we're gonna do 145 and 145. Actually, we're gonna squish her down here. We're gonna leave it at 100. Yeah, that gives it a nice big plate. Yeah, it's gonna take away all the grass. I don't like that. I don't like how it's gonna take away all the grass. Maybe, maybe just maybe what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put Vicky on the bottom of it. Yeah, bottom half of the legs. Can the bottom half of the legs be white? Yeah. Let's see here. All I have to do is that, and then. Curious here. Scale it up here. Paint that down there. We'll get the legs white for you. Yeah. Try again. There's that. And we kind of go trying to figure out where this would be a good line at. Make that a good line there. Gotta get the white down here as well. And the white down here as well. Look at all that white. There's the first leg. That's white. The back legs right there. And then we need to do the same thing. Actually bring this up here because we're going to make just one little boop. We'll get the legs white. Bring the pen size down. There we go. And then the last leg we need right there. Boop. Yeah, it's looking awesome. I mean, I'm really impressed by it. What the hell is that? That's a white piece. There we go. Like that. Does that look pretty good? And yeah, YouTube has quite a lag on it. I've been doing it for a couple hours, you know. It's just I've only been doing it for a couple hours. No biggie. All right, so I'm actually really liking the Clydesdale. So the Vicky is going to be. We're going to do that at. I want to leave a little bit on the backside, so we're going to do. That is. What is that size? I need this size for that. It's saying it's 12 millimeters. So we need to scale that up to 20. And then we need to scale this one to 17 because I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave only 3 millimeters on that back side. And we're gonna use the Vicky part on the bottom. So it looks I think because otherwise if we try putting your name like anywhere on the horse or around the horse, um it covers up so much. What's up, Steph? Um it covers up so much of the uh grass and the horse itself. So what I think I'm going to do is actually um, we're going to cut it out of the bottom, and so I actually want to make this, yeah, so we're going to cut that out of the bottom. I don't understand. this needs to be black. And then this, we're going to make white so I know what the heck is what. All right. And then we need to merge those two. All right. That one and this one and that one. Okay. And then that one's over there. All right. Perfect. So we're going to take this and we need to make it look good. We got to make it look good. We need to make it look good. Looks pretty damn close. That looks pretty close. And we're going to cover up just a little bit more right there. I think that looks pretty cool. And we're actually going to size this up correctly again. And then we're going to drop it down just a skosh. So we're going to want it to sit right there. All right, so we need to go 24. Okay. And just drop her down just a scoosh. Can the white, can I be a pain and ask for white in the face? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can get that. Yeah, let me do that here in 1 second. Little white in the face. You know, it probably would have been more beneficial if I would have actually like looked at the picture. Would that be enough? I want it to cut all the way through. Okay. All right. So, I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of your profile picture because your profile picture has your horse. Let's go. Inbox. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna do white nose. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna paint this. We're gonna do some white nose. Some white nose right jaw. Oh, yeah, we're gonna fill this all in with white. Like I said, we'll do these sections and then we'll take a gander at it. And then this here looks like she has like a white right down in here. And it kind of comes out just a little bit. So we'll make this part a little thicker on this end and just a little bit thicker on this end. And then if we want to, wait a second, we got to get. If we're going this far, we're gonna pull down my pen on this just a little bit here, and in the nose parts. Yeah, that's why this is why I kind of like doing the YouTube part, um, especially for this because it kind of gives us that little bit of you know making sure you get exactly what you want. We're gonna pull the nose out just a little bit here, and we'll come over here. And we're gonna come like that. Nope, don't like that. That looks like a booger hanging off of there. We're just gonna go back to leaving that white. We're gonna go back to leaving that white because that looks like a giant booger. Well, not according to this. Sides are black, or is that a different one? To the right of her eye is all white. Okay. I don't. I didn't want to scale it. We can make her more white. Let's make her a little bit more white. I just don't want to get all the black out of it. Otherwise, it just kind of will look like a washed up horse. Kind of taper it down just a little bit. No, you're fine. Let's see how that one actually looks. See that I like that because you still can see the black, but you know that that center section of her nose and the front of her face is white. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Because yeah, I didn't want to do that whole center section white because otherwise then it just looks washed out as a Clydesdale. You know what I mean? I think if we just do that strip there in white, her eyes be blue. Yes, that is not a problem. Let's do this. Yeah. We need to add another color. And we're going to do this. I got to paint. Do I want to paint it? Yeah. And then we'll do this, scale it down just a little bit. Actually, we're going to go a little bit bigger. And we're going to drop this down again. If I do it all blue, that looks creepy. Let's not do that. There we go. We got the blue eye. As soon as I put the inner and outer eye, I was like, no, no, we're not doing that. We could maybe do something a little bit different with it, but I think that looks pretty good. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors there. Perfect. Okay, so the last thing we gotta do is, like I said, I want to make sure that this. Wow, these are actually so close to being in color that. Oh no, I'm gonna separate them. Yeah, I gotta separate them. Yeah, the dot was creepy. As soon as I was like, nope, we ain't doing that. Negative. All right, let me make sure I got my sizing right quick. That I have it 28. So we need to get this set to 28 as well. Perfecto, changeo, yeah. All right, so we're going back here. We got a mesh boolean it, and we're going to subtract, and we need to go douche, and it should take away all that. Right, y'all. Where did my artwork go? I didn't want my artwork to disappear. What did you do? I wanted to keep that. I wanted to keep that. Is my artwork still there? I'm gonna be uber pissed. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. Well then, fine. You be that way. We'll scale her down here. So we're gonna do 80 by 80 because I don't want my artwork to disappear. And then that's, yeah, everything's at 28 millimeters. It looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty good. Let's see how long that's going to take. Yeah, I really like how that turned out. I like the grass. The grass just really gives it that extra touch. Let's see here. So 10 hours and 5 minutes. That ain't bad. 10 hours and 5 minutes. And we'll get that off to the printer. It'll be ready for tomorrow. That actually looks really good. Yeah, since I put the nameplate on the bottom and when I cut it, I didn't want to lose the artwork because it's off of and it's not actually inset in the horse. So when you go to mesh boolean it will take away the artwork. Yeah. So once again, my brain calculations, bad day. But yeah, we'll get that printed tonight. I'll get that started here. That'll be a really nice looking one. That will be a really nice looking one. Okay. We got a few minutes. Let's go ahead and we're gonna beat boop this one over here so I can get that printed. I'll print that after the live. Let's open up our Tinkercad and let's keep working on the I want to make this let's see here. So we got the silhouette. I need to duplicate that and then we're going to actually do outer line. Perfecto changeo cuz we're going to realign this So it sits in there just like that. So this is actually going to be one of the new keychains for that I'm doing for tomorrow night's live. So it's going to say "I bite," and it's going to be a wolf. That did not line up right. Line up and stay lined up. Much appreciated. We're going to shift those. We're going to bundle that group so they all stay together nice and tight. They like hanging out with each other. Alrighty. Now I need my wolf. Actually, I'm gonna do my tiger one first. I just saw that come through. I'm gonna do my tiger one first. This one I've been working on, and we'll see how well this actually uh will work um, for an SVG. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but we're gonna try it. That's our plan. Because I really want to try something here. We need to. Okay. So we got that. We're going to change this. And we're going to get this SVG going here. We're going to download it. I got like, I don't know, 94 SVGs going on here. We're done with all these here. Let's see here. We're going to import this artwork here. This one might take a little bit of time to down up import. It's a big file. It really is. Okay. Yeah, we gotta scale this mamma jamma down a lot. Actually, we're gonna try to rescale that here. We're gonna see. We're gonna bring that there. Gotta pull on my art. And we want this at 50%. No, we're gonna have to do 40%. That's still gonna be too big. 30%. All right, we'll do that. Do that at 30%. And then there we go. That's better. But that is way too thick. We're going to do that at 5 millimeters. And we're going to change that to a blue. Just a little, I'll act like Bob Ross. All right, so we need to duplicate this. And then we're going to do that, go back, and we're going to silhouette it. And then we're going to duplicate, there we go. And we're going to duplicate it again. And we're going to do inner lines. Maybe outer lines. Do we want to do outer lines? That's my silhouette. This is my outer line. No, I want to do an inner line. I want to do an inner line. So I don't want to leave that. They're pain. Silhouette. There we go. Everything's attached, but I just don't know. That might actually look, that might turn out really good. That might actually turn out how I want it. All right, now we're going to take this guy. So this color needs to be the same, orange, or whatever color it is. We need the same colors. It's driving me insane here. Orange. There we go. All right, so we're gonna shift, hold that, hold those, and we're gonna bundle that group together because I want them to all stick together. Now we're gonna come over with the artwork. Right, yeah. All right, and then where is, I need to find some blue, and we're gonna bring that up right there. How flippin' cool is that? All right, so next thing we gotta do is on our keychain, I need my diameter, which is going to be a 10, come on, click, 10 millimeters. Oh, no, that actually is going to be 4 millimeters. 4 millimeters right there. And then, give me, that's going to go 10. And this one's going to go 10. Perfecto. I'm going to put that key ring right there. And like I said, I'm going to change this color just so you can actually see the outline a lot better. That is going to look sick. I need to unbundle this because I want to change that to black as well. And then we're going to change this. We'll do this as a blue. And that as a blue. That is a blue. All right. Now we're on to this piece. So I need another hole. We're going to make this a hole. So we need to go, we're going to do 6 millimeters tall. We're going to do 8 millimeters by 8 millimeters. We're going to take this and not do what I just did, but oh well. It still functions the way it needs to. Nope, it doesn't. Come here. Get up here.
Yeah, I think like I said, I've been working on that on the side for a little while. Um, oh, I gotta make sure I get the color right. Just because I thought it would look cool. There we go. I need to bundle those.
All right, I'm gonna snap that back. There we go. I don't like how that's turning out here. -1 millimeter to 1 millimeter. I need to unbundle that as well. We're gonna come out there. Says it's sitting dead center. Yeah, it's dead center. Yeah. I'm actually stoked. I love the hearts that we got going up the head, the front of the nose. That's sick. Okay, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this one. Yes, I am. All right, we got to make this an SVG. We got to get all of our groupings. We got to get all of our poop in a group. But I don't want to unionize them, so we're gonna just cancel that. We're gonna do this part and this part. We're gonna make and this part right there. We're gonna group all those. There we go. That way these stay the different in the file. So we're gonna import that or export it, and then we'll open up our Bambu Glorious Hango. I have no idea what the hell that means. What color should I do? Should I do like a blue? Maybe like Snow Mountain. Snow Mountain and Obsidian Black. But the first thing's 31st. These things are huge. No, they're not as big as I thought they were. All right, now it's time to paint. Time to paint. Paint our life away. But yeah, I want to get into doing more like what I used to do with like the keychains, things like that that I did a lot of, you know. Uh, it's just something that I really always enjoyed doing. Always enjoyed doing that. Where's my? There it is. And then we got. There's that. There's that part. See, that's the only thing. Like sometimes Shaper is like the world's biggest. That one's gonna be a floater. I'm gonna have to do something there. Yep. I'm gonna have to do something behind it. Because I do have floating pieces. Okay. That's okay. We can get that straightened out here. Let's go back. See, this is why I like doing a test. There's that. I didn't want you to do that. Stop it. All right, so we need to be able to. Okay, why are you going to be a pain in the bottom dollar? I want to duplicate this. I want to duplicate it. Do we got it duplicated here? Yes. But I don't want to do that way. We're going to have to ungroup. All right. Oh, I know. I like I said, I really want to be able to get this right. Let's see here. We can do a flat maybe or round. No, let's do outer. Line width. Come on. Wait. I knew this design is huge. So this one's gonna take me a little bit. Come on. No freezy. Not allowed. Alright, yeah, we'll exit that. Reload. She went no. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We're back to our OG original. But I need to be able to get this to where I need to be able to get that inner line to where they're all connected. I want those lines connected. Let's go 8. Otherwise, I'm going to be very, 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 very annoyed. No, we're not going to do that. We ain't going to do that. What about sharp? No. Flat? Round. Maybe we can do 15? Oh, I know. I think, like I said, I'm getting more into doing more like the keychains and things like that. I got a couple of ones that I think Steph would really like too. I got a request, and it's not to get political or anything like that, but I got a request to do a diaper dictator. I got a request to do the diaper dictator. So I got to work on getting those keychains done. It does not like that.
It does not want to fill in those holes. Why? Why do you not want to fill in those holes? What do I gotta do to make you understand? Just fill in the holes. Alright. Didn't want to do that. Maybe we'll just do this. We're gonna make this a world easier here. And what was that? What did I say? That was 4. We're gonna bring that down into it. We're gonna duplicate it. Because I still want to have some of them, like some of the see-through components. I really do, but I just got to make sure that they're where I don't have any floaters hanging around, you know? Like that's going to be the hard part. Like I need to get that floater right there. Lime green eyes. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We're going to duplicate this as well. We're going to bring that to get that. Alrighty. We're going to now click, click, click. I'm going to click that, click that, click that, click this. Oh, I got it. Shift, Jeff, shift. See, that's the one thing that is always bad for me because I always end up forgetting. Rain says good night. Well, thank you, HSC Racing. Tell Bean I'll be home shortly. The growing boy. Come on. Reload. That's the one thing. I got this is way too big of a file for Tinkercad, but we're going to make it work just because I'm persistent. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. All right, let's see here. Do I want a union group? Yep. And we're going to do that. We're going to turn that blue as well. Shift. Take that. We're going to union that group as well. Ta-da. Okay. So we got that plate done. And I don't really care about that part. So I shouldn't have any more floaters. Sounds weird to say. We're going to pull that right over here. We got no more floaters. Alrighty. And what we're going to actually do is we're going to grab a sphere. We're going to put a sphere in right jaw.
bring that way down. That. Come on. Be nice. Be gentle. Flatten that out. There we go. Really? You're not going to line up the way I want you to? That's how we're going to go about this today? That's going to irritate me. So, what do we got to do here? Well, we're going to have to click this. We're going to duplicate it. Not that part. Undo. Click that. Duplicate it. There we go. We're going to bring this over here. Sounds good, Vic. Take it easy. Said bye-bye. Alrighty. So from here, I need to separate out these lines. God bless it. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to separate out these lines in Inkscape. No, don't need to do that. We're going to bring this over right here. We're going to separate them out in Inkscape. Import. I think it was number 9. We're going to go path. We're going to do trace bitmap. Apply that. And then we're going to do break apart. So that way everything goes dark. Come on. Come back here. Get over here. Where are my eyes? Where are my eyes? I don't care about that. I need all my pass. Uh, 56, 56, and 55. So 55, shift 56 are the 2 eyes. And we're going to group those right there. And then from there to there to there, we're going to delete from here all the way down. This is so many paths. There, delete. There to there, delete. There to there, delete. There to there, delete. There, there, delete. There, So all we have left are those, and we're gonna actually turn that. Oh, where did I go? Where did you go? I'm gonna turn these a certain way. So I have, so this layer here is actually, we're just going to do it green, just because we can. All right. Then we're going to go to display mode, and we're going to go to normal view, perfecto changeo, cuz. Now we got to export this. We're going to export this into a Inkscape SVG. And we'll just say Tiger Eyes. Somehow I got caps lock. Good enough. And is that in downloads? There we go. Did that seriously go back to a... Stop it. Yeah, that I don't want it in a Inkscape SVG save. All right. So we're good with that. So we got the eyeballs. Now we got to align the eyeballs. That'll be fun. Nope, we don't need to save them. All right. I don't think I need this one. Import, choose file, and Tiger Eyes, SVG into art. And we'll import those. Ah. How many times did I clone this one? That could be part of the reason why they weren't lining up the way I wanted them to. There we go. And now we can bring them down. And I don't want them at 10 though. We want them at 6. 6D? Really? 6. Thank you. Much appreciated. And whether I'm live or not, this is actually how I talk to myself most days anyway, so. And we're going to click on those, and we're actually going to turn them this wicked. Let's do some right there. Like that. There we go. I'm actually 60? No, I don't want 6D. 6. That's looking sick.
just want to make sure here. I want to have enough. So that's only 1 millimeter difference. I want to have them protruding just a millimeter. It looks a little funky right now because it's 1 millimeter. You won't actually see that on the print. But there we go. There's the iBite Tiger. Let's get this exported. I'm actually going to do this in SVG. We'll do it a different way. We got a few minutes. And then I'm going to get a couple printers started. I didn't want to slice it. I didn't tell you to slice it. Delete that. Import. Where is this one? Right, y'all. What the hell is that? Well, apparently their SVGs don't work for crap. They don't work for nothing. All right. We'll laser. I just thought we'd try. We'd give her a good old college try. Give her a good old college try. What do we got going on here? Okay, we're gonna open up a new file because the glorious hammer enamer thing, whatever the hell. I don't know. But this is what I do. This is how we kind of go through and design things. Whether it's Shaper 3D, Inkscape, Tinkercad, we can do pretty much anything. Nomad Sculpt, I haven't showed Nomad Sculpt. I got to figure out how to be able to do like Steph, you talked about doing the Tiger waterfall in Nomad or Live. Well, Nomad Sculpt I use on my one computer that I don't have OBS connected to, so we gotta do some fan dankling to be able to get that to do stuff. All right, so I want to do like Snow Mountain blue with some black and green eyes. I think that would look really cool. So we're gonna do some black here. We need some edge detect. And then we're gonna we need to get the rest of our edge detect here. There we go. You know, that is the one thing I do dislike about Tinkercad and some things because it doesn't like to transfer over the SVGs the way, or the STLs the way that I want them to. And if it would just work nice, just play nice, I wouldn't complain. I promise. That's all the way I wanted. Oh, we're missing a bunch up here. Oof, man. There's that one, that one, that one. There, there, there. Oop. Undo. There's that. There's that one. That one. I think that's everything I got there. Okay. Now we got to add the green eyes in. Oh, no, I didn't want that. I wanted to leave a little bit of that blue there.
There we go. I think that is all of it. That's attached, that's attached, that's attached. Not seeing anything that is not attached. I have all my stuff that I wanted. How freaking sick is that? All right, so we're just gonna clone one. I'm gonna see if I can actually. I need to be able to get. So we'll be able to do one. As long as I can get 5 on this plate. So we're gonna clone 3 more. This is the P1S. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right, so we need to go back. We're gonna do our 3 walls. Like I said, I always do 3 walls, and then I just for like keychains, we'll do gyroid works really good. So yeah, we're gonna slice it. We'll see how long it takes. Be like 37 hours. You can kiss my what? I'm gonna do one in Snow Mountain, and then I'm gonna do another one in. I'll probably do 3 sets of them: Snow Mountain, Neptune, and a luxury Nightfall one. Yeah. Get rid of the seams. Yeah, I'm down with that. I think I'm gonna do 3 sets of these, and we'll have them for tomorrow. Snow Mountain, Snow Mountain, Neptune, and luxury Nightfall. We never even got to the Okaboji nameplate, so we'll work. I'll work on that. Probably Friday. We'll do that on Fridays live if we don't get into doing keychains too. But yeah, it was fun hanging out. I'm really glad that we got Vicky's Clydesdale done. I'm gonna get that started, and then I'm gonna get our keychains going. But it was awesome. Plan on doing this again on Friday, and yeah, I think definitely got to do the I Bite Wolf one. I got ideas, and then I am working on. I can kind of show you. I've been dinking around with it on Canva, but I am working on a new light box. Let me delete Vicky there. I've been working on a new kind of picture light box.
I'll actually pull it over here. So it'll be a jungle themed tiger light box book nook style.